Let's see if we get any lovelies on here with us. So it's Sunday morning for you.
It is. It's 11 o'clock. Nearly lunchtime.
Lovely. Yeah, that's kind of weird. I was trying to do the math. It's easier to do the math if I go, okay, because you're what, 13 and a half hours ahead of me?
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah, it's easier to try to do it that way versus trying to go backwards.
Oh, for sure. For sure.
Yeah, I can't do math. Hey, Debbie, how are you? Thanks
Hello,
for
Debbie.
Hey, Jaden. Thanks for coming over.
Jaden.
Hey, Joe.
Hello, Joe.
Are you on vacation fishing or are you doing a paranormal investigation? I'm confused. He said he was going to the lake, so I'm not sure. Hey, Ashley. You absolutely drop your link if you can. That was a really, both. Okay, cool. Can't wait. That was a really cool video that Joe had as well.
Yeah, that was awesome.
For sure. So, yeah, I was on Heather. If you guys don't know, Come Hither with Heather is the channel. Hey, Wade. Bug Files. Hi. And I was on her channel for the second time actually last weekend. And so she's coming over to my channel. Love her videos. She's going to tell us a little bit about how her funny story of how she got into the paranormal and what she's got upcoming. Thank you, Debbie. Hey, we got Debbie's coming out of our, you know what? There's another Deb.
Oh, wow. Deb's everywhere.
Yeah.
They must be all the same age too. Deb was definitely an era name, wasn't it?
So, hey, Mary, how are you? So, Heather, tell us the funny story that I have heard.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I love telling this story. Every time I get a new group of people, I have to relay the story. Okay, so I met my partner at a party, a friend's party, and we got along fairly well. And the following, I think it was two. Hang on, I'm going to.
Bless you.
Thank you. Oh no. Anyway, a couple of weeks later, I found out that he was the best man at my cousin's wedding, which was very interesting. So we danced and we ate shellfish and, all that sort of thing. And because Werner works on the weekend, obviously the wedding was a Saturday night, he had to leave early. So I saw Werner to his car. And just to make sure he knew that I was interested, I gave his bum a squeeze, right? That was just to let him know. It's a good thing I did because he's a bit daft sometimes, eh? I have to hit him with a Besser block.
Right.
That's all right. That's all good. So, we said our goodbyes and I get a phone call Monday because Werner has Tuesday and Wednesday off. And I get a phone call Monday night. He goes, do you want to go out? I'm like, yes, I would love to. And I said, where are we going? Where do you want to go? And he goes, oh, we're just going up with a few friends to the, I've got a tickle in my nose. It's going to come out eventually. To the, I can't even remember the name of the cemetery. Anyway, to a cemetery, we're going to go on and go something. I'm like, are you serious? Really? Cemetery? And this is like a country town, an hour's drive from where we live. Mm-hmm. And I'm like, am I going to come back alive or am I going to be dumped in the countryside somewhere? I mean, Adelaide is known for its serial killers. Believe me, it's more than a possibility that this could have happened. I mean, I know him now. I know that would never happen, but I went along anyway. I thought, well, why not? And so that was actually my first experience of being involved in a paranormal investigation in a cemetery and our first date.
That is freaking awesome.
Yes,
I
isn't it
absolutely
fabulous?
love it. I
Yeah.
absolutely love it.
And if I can remember the name of the town it was in, research it. You'll see some information on the whole town. Apparently, is like haunted. Uh,
Mhm.
there was a girls' reformatory there. That's been knocked down because that was on a television special, and all the hoodlums and hoons used to go up there and cause havoc. So they tore the rest of the reformatory, girls' reformatory down, and all we've got left is the cemetery. Just excuse me for a moment.
Bless you.
Let's hope that helps.
Yeah. So,
Um,
had you ever done anything paranormal prior to that? No.
no, I'd never done anything paranormal before that. So it really surprised me to experience that because previously all we had were television shows. And they have lots of equipment and they have lots of things happen and you know, and I was under the impression that you need a really expensive equipment and a control center, and you needed cameras, and you needed a big old house.
Mhm.
You had spirits in it, and so I never really got into ghost hunting myself. And then, of course, I met Werner, and I saw what it's really all about. And television back then, back in the 80s and the 70s, is YouTube now. With all the jump scares and the sitting around trying to,
Right.
waiting for things to happen. They put it all together in one short episode.
Right.
Um, I'd never had an experience with a ghost. I'd seen, I think I've seen a UFO once.
Mhm.
But that's about as far as it goes. Werner's the person you want to speak to about growing up in a haunted house. He grew up in two. He's experienced the hag. He's experienced sleep paralysis. He's experienced poltergeist activity. The works,
Wow.
and I keep telling you need to go live and talk about these stories. He goes, "Oh, we'll one day."
So how long have you guys known each other?
Um, we met in 2009, so 13 years we've been together.
Mhm. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah. Very cool.
13 and a half years. Yeah.
So then did you really get did you get into it then immediately after that or
Sorry, I just choked on I'm having a bad morning. Bloody hell. um, no, we continue to go ghost hunting. Werner was really fascinated by it. And we did a lot of ghost hunting. We went to the usual places, the potato farmer's house and um, this place I can't think of right now, and other places. And I would just tag along for the ride and just see what it's all about and watch what it's all about. And then we got hooked up with another couple that was into ghost hunting, and just bit by bit, I started to experiment with myself. And I'd borrow Werner's K2, or I'd get out the grid lights or something like that, and I'd start doing my own investigations. And it wasn't really until we came to the US and went to Waverly Hills that I really started to come into my own. So it was actually quite some time
Mhm.
between 2009 and 2014 before I started doing my own
Mhm.
investigations. Yeah,
Got it.
bit of a
Hi,
slow.
Anne and Kanka. Yeah, so I think it's cool though. So I've done that before. Like I actually have done things or tagged along with guys and then maybe, continued whatever that was afterwards to an extent. So that's kind of cool.
And right now, for me, it's the tarot and the oracle cards, oracle readings. Like
Mhm.
I'm tagging along, I guess, between you and Moira.
Yeah.
I'm tagging along and seeing what that's all about. So yeah. So it'll be interesting to see where that develops and how long it'll take me to get
Well,
somewhere with it.
well, I've watched you. I've watched you in your investigations, and I know when we talked last week, you had asked me why I felt we had such great conversations with the spirits, and then I watched you do your dowsing rod session. So I'm watching you, like I've watched a few others, grow into your abilities. So you're starting to really figure out that you have the ability and trust it. I love to see that. I really like
Yeah,
it. Yeah.
absolutely. Yeah.
And the same thing with the cards. I'll tell you that when I first started reading them, I had no idea what I was doing. And so I made sure that I got cards that had a little book that talked about what each card meant. So I thought I had to have that little book, and I would get the cards and then I would look at the book. Well, then I started, well, I don't need the book. So then I would look at the card first, figure out what it was telling me, and then look at the book. And then I don't even use the books at all anymore.
No, no.
It's just about, once you get your rhythm of what it says to you and just trusting the message that you're getting.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Wow. So yeah, this is all exciting. So
Yeah,
things.
exactly, Terry. You use your own intuition, and I was kind of upset because when I created my first deck, I barely have the money to pay to have them um created, I mean, printed, just the cards themselves without a box, without a manual and all that stuff. And so when I first started doing, I thought, oh my God, I can't put out a deck of cards without a manual. Well, yeah, you can, because those that know how to really read them don't need the manual.
Yeah,
Yep, they are a
absolutely.
tool, Debbie. And in fact, you know what? I've used cards a few times in investigations to just gauge the energy, and I kind of forget to do it. And when Ashley's with us, she draws a rune before each up. She's a rune drawer, a reader, and so she draws a rune before each investigation to see what she's getting. But sometimes it has nothing to do with the investigation itself. It's something about us that happens down the road.
hmm
So, but yeah, I do. Debbie, I was trying to figure out, like, is there a way to really communicate with the cards? I think there's a way to do that, just like we do with our other devices. Um, yeah, exactly, Terry. I had the first lady that I would go to back when I was a teenager. She just used playing cards. That's how she taught me to read cards, for sure.
Wow.
But so yeah, I think that's fun. I think you'll continue to enjoy it, and I'm going to work on my next deck after my Montana trip because I want those pictures. I'm being told to wait for those pictures.
Oh wow, that'll be amazing then.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Looking
I
forward to
saw your drama little short
you
video.
know, drama don't live here no more.
So
And
tell
it's
us
true. It was a bit of clickbait.
about yep.
And yeah, that was all. That's about a school that's probably now been demolished, and it's actually interesting because it's the school that has been demolished. It's not the end of the school. What I've recorded is the end of an era. Now the school is Morialta. Some of you who are from South Australia will know it. And it began in the 80s. It amalgamated with Norwood International College in the 90s, and at the end of 2019, it de-amalgamated and become its own independent school again. It was a middle school, and it became its own 7 to 12 independent school again, but the entire complex has now been demolished. It's had a 50 billion whatever or 50 million budget, and it's been completely rebuilt. So it's the end of an era, and that's what I've captured. I've captured that there's a lot of stuff left behind, And it's one of the few schools that managed to survive the late 90s, early noughties statewide closures and amalgamations. It's the only school in the state that actually had a middle campus, two separate campuses. All our high schools are just one campus. So it was a middle campus, and the fact that it's actually become its own independent school again is a miracle. And I don't know how that happened, but because there's been an increased number of students. And yeah, so Norwood International School is what it's talking about. It takes on international students as well. So maybe there's been an influx of international students, and they've had to have the two schools open as independent schools again. Not sure. And the other good thing is that I have an ex-alumni on my tour with me.
Oh, that's
So
cool.
yeah, so I'm actually not doing much editing at all. I'm leaving it as raw as I possibly can, because those who like history and like the tour thing are gonna be thrilled with it. It's an hour and 20 minutes so far.
Nice. Wow.
Those who don't like the tours and the commentary are going to hate it.
Yeah.
I'm dividing it up into, I think by the time I finish with it, it's going to be an hour and a half. I'm going to do 3 parts, 30 minutes each.
Mhm. Yeah.
And you can and if you can only take small doses, you've got the option of watching it in small doses or watching the whole thing in one long continuous series. So yeah, it's exciting.
I like it.
Mm.
No, I don't know about you. I don't know if you've done a lot of part ones, part twos, and so on and so forth, but it seems like, and I don't understand it. It seems like we get way more views in part one. And then when we get to part two, the views go down a little bit. And if there's a part three, they go down a little bit more. And for
Yeah.
me, I want to see them all. Like, I don't know why people would, do they get that bored with part one and are like, now I don't want to see the rest?
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, sometimes I feel like I put all my effort into part one,
Yeah.
then like part two a little bit less effort, and then part three even less effort. But this time I'm actually editing the whole thing as one,
Hmm.
because that's what I used to do before. Part one, part two, part three. I'd edit part one, then I'd edit part two. By the time I got to part three, I'm just so over this.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
And that's true. Who isn't over editing from time to time? So this time I'm actually editing the whole lot, and then I'm going to copy and paste it into 3 different areas like that.
That
So
Wade,
hopefully,
yeah, that's what Wade says too. Hi, Eerie Frog. I guess I don't understand. And to me, I'm like you, Heather. I find that people, including myself, I don't really want to watch much longer than a half an hour, no matter
mm,
how good it is. Like, I think a half an hour is pretty good. So I really try to split mine up in at least half an hour segments.
yeah,
Um, Plus, hey, professional paranormal research. Plus, I don't, um, with my internet, I can't really upload more than that at a time. So
yeah.
it's kind of hard for me. So it kind of forces me to do that. But yeah, I don't understand what the logic is in with that. So then I started putting like part one and part two in the title so people wouldn't know they were.
Mm. Well, actually, that's an idea, because what you can do, you can have 3 different titles.
Hmm. Yeah.
I've got a friend who does different sections of massive complexes, but you don't even know what the complex is, and it'll just say, "Oh, this and this and this," and they are a series of
Hmm.
the same place, but you don't
Yeah.
know it.
Yeah.
So
And I
maybe
do, yeah. Yeah. And I do try to split mine up specifically, like a different room or a different floor or a different, like, I try to make them independent of each other.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah. I don't know. It's all a matter of trial and error, isn't it?
It is. It is. It is. We're just trying to get the best out there that we can. And I figure, in my opinion, the ones that are watching are the ones that really want to watch.
Absolutely. Yeah,
Um,
yeah. If they like part one, they'll want to come back for part two. That's the way I see it.
Yeah.
If they don't, well, not
Well,
much
man.
you can do about it.
Right.
It's like
So,
you can't fall. You can lead a horse to water, but you
right,
can't make them drink.
right, right. So Wade likes the way that you described it. So that's cool. Wade's
Mm.
been putting out some really good stuff lately. Some interesting things. All good. And
Yes.
I hope your dog is okay. I did not get to watch your whole live, but I hope your doggy is okay. I would do the same thing you're doing. So,
Mm.
but for everybody that's on the chat, everybody has a great channel. We're all in this together. So please subscribe to everybody and show the love because and you gotta actually, watch and support too. Yeah,
Absolutely. Yeah. There are some amazing channels on here.
yeah, for sure.
All of them. I shouldn't say some, all of them, because people have gone, oh, is he talking about me? Am I part of that some?
So one of
Oh,
the
dear.
things that I really like about a lot of the locations that you guys do, you seem to have a lot of really good deserted, like abandoned places that you can get into, and
Yeah.
we don't seem to have that here. Like I don't know what I would do if you know I most of the places I wouldn't even have the guts to go in them because I think I'd get in trouble.
Right. Well, yes, you can, and that's the hazard of urban exploring and ghost hunting. Now, I don't know what I know. Your gun laws are pretty in some areas are less strict than others. That
Mhm,
mostly everyone can carry a gun,
mhm,
and I don't know what a person's rights is if you're on their property. I do know that I was in a car in 2014. I was at Somerset in Kentucky.
mhm,
We went looking for Souls Chapel. I don't know if you've heard of Souls Chapel.
mm-mm,
No, it was Souls Chapel in Kentucky near Somerset. And we found ourselves down a driveway. And the driver told us to duck. It wasn't a road in the driveway. He said, duck. And
uh-huh.
I'm why? Why should we duck? And I'm, sitting there like a stale bottle of Dunny water, thinking, what the hell's going on? Because this is redneck country and they will shoot you and they will ask questions later. So get down. We've got to get out of here as quickly as possible. And trust me, the sheriff will be a cousin.
Oh my god, that is
And
hilarious.
they
Yeah.
will get. If they shoot you, they will get away with it because the sheriff will be with it, be their cousin. So yes, I can understand why he'd be a little bit frightened.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
I know it sounds like something out of a comic book or a movie, but it is true. It actually happened just like that.
I'm not sure how far I am from Somerset, but I'm not too far. Um, Professional paranormal research is 40 minutes. Where are you in Kentucky, PPR? Um, I'm not sure how far I am away from it, but I'm not that. I mean, I'm right on the border of Indiana and Kentucky anyway, so can't be that far. Yeah, there's lots of places that I want to go to with a sidearm in Texas. Oh, hell yeah. Hey, Fluff and stuff. Yeah, Wade, you're gonna take some chances in Texas, that's for sure. Meade County. Okay. Um, there's some places that like some little old one-room schoolhouses and stuff. And I just want to go up and like knock on the nearest farm and say, it looks like it's on your property. Do you care if I go in there? But then you're going to get some people that say, um, hell no, you're crazy. I don't believe in that. And then some people will be like, oh, yeah, that's cool. Do whatever you want.
Yeah,
So,
absolutely. I mean, it depends on the person. We have asked farmers, but I mean, I don't know what it's like where you are, but you go to it, you see a place, and sometimes the nearest farm can be miles and miles and miles away, and there is just literally nothing around.
Mhm.
Sometimes there's farms on either side, you don't know who to go to. We have asked on occasion, and
Mhm.
some have said yes, some have said no. Some
Mhm.
have caught us. Somebody did threaten to shoot us. Now, we have pretty strict gun laws in Australia, as you are probably aware. I'm not going to get into that right now. It's not up to me to talk about the rights or wrongs of gun laws. It's just a fact.
Mhm.
Um, but we do have farmers are allowed guns with licenses to shoot kangaroos and other animals that might become pests on the farm. And
Mhm.
a farmer did threaten to shoot Werner's drone out the sky.
Poor Werner.
His poor Werner. And here I am. I'm actually around the corner, and I don't know if anyone has seen our bogged video. That's where we were. That farmhouse. You'll see the farmhouse I said we wanted to get into, but we came around the other side. Werner was flying the drone over it. I was down that road where we were bogged, filming where we were bogged. And
I
I'm in the middle of a film. I'm getting a phone call. Hannah, we've got to go. We've got to go. And I said, no, we don't. I'm filming. Bugger off. No, we've got to go. The farmer just threatened to shoot Werner. Oh, okay, fine. Maybe we've got to go.
Right. Damn it.
Yes, bloody farmers. But yeah, I mean, you take that risk. We know that it's disrespectful to do that sort of thing, but sometimes you just don't know who to ask, and there's
Yeah,
a lot of history. Yeah.
it seems that a lot of those places, like when you show the surrounding areas, there is nothing. Like there is nothing as far as you can see. So that is pretty cool.
Yeah, absolutely nothing.
Yeah. I know Bud Files put one on not too long ago that a little structure, I think it was a school too, and there was absolutely no um nothing around there either.
Oh, bloody hell, sorry. I thought that's my mum.
Did
I'm
somebody
not,
say that there was
I'm
my
not going to answer her live on, I'll just decline. I'm not going to answer her live on.
You guys, I apologize if there is some buffering because I have crappy internet right now. So hopefully you're still able to see.
Right, I'm putting that on flight mode. No more.
Yeah, we did just get a win though. Dale has a hard time getting us into any place, and there was this little school that he wants to get into out closer to where he lives. And so he's actually he stopped and talked to the people. They were out in the yard, and he just stopped and talked to them. And the wife wasn't into it, but the husband was. And so they said we can do it. They have a lot of stuff in it. So they're like, give us a little bit of time to, get it a little cleaned up or whatever.
Wow.
Oh no, you lost all your stuff?
Oh no, I was just reading that. That's terrible.
Oh, hi, Werner. That's horrible. Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry.
I'd be so disappointed if that was me.
Mhm. That was just, wow. That is not cool. So, what other things do you have coming up?
Okay, so
I know you're getting a job, which is going to put a damper on things.
oh yeah, I am. This is going to be exciting, but what and I'm looking forward to that too. But I don't know how I'm going to keep up at the moment. Keep up with everyone's channels and spend a lot of time, watching people's videos and supporting everyone. But that's going to change.
Yeah.
Soon enough, and all of a sudden people aren't going to see me and think that I've dropped off the face of the earth. But that's not the case. That's because I've now got a new job and I'll be doing different hours and goodness knows. So it's going to take me a while to get up a new routine, but I haven't forgotten anyone. I'm just running short of time.
Yeah. So do you have any locations on the schedule coming up?
Yeah, we do actually. There's a couple of abandoned houses around the place that we want to check out,
Mhm.
close by. But we've had a terrible cold blast, and it's just like raining and stormy. We've got the SCS on standby last night. We haven't been out for a couple of weeks, but yeah, we've got a couple of places in mind. I'd like to find a place to do another paranormal investigation.
Mhm.
Mm, Let's take along the K2 meter somewhere. I've still got my doll that I want to finish the investigation on my doll.
Mhm.
After I started with Joe from the paranormal side last week, I think it was, or 2 weeks ago now.
Yeah.
So that'll be fun. But yeah, I'd like to do a trip in an old hotel or something. Go to an old hotel. Werner, what's the name of that town? I told them our story of our first date. Kapunda. That's it. Kapunda. You Google search Kapunda, you'll find a lot of information about it.
Yep. I've heard of that place. I've seen some videos from there for sure. Yeah.
So we're about an hour's drive from Kapunda. About an hour? Is that an hour? Maybe an hour and a quarter drive from Kapunda. Yeah.
A new iPhone, $2,800 went in the water.
Oh no.
Mm.
Oh, I
I
hope it's insured.
I'd be drinking. Oh
So
my gosh, sucks. I don't remember the videos I've seen from Kapunda, but I have seen some from there.
hmm
So yeah, it was probably Amy's crypt, I'm sure.
More than likely, she likes Kapunda.
She and Jared have COVID.
Oh,
I
do
just,
they? Oh, they're
yeah,
in England at the moment, aren't they?
yeah. I just saw a post from her that said they're just coming out of it, I guess.
Oh no, the poor things. Oh, I hope they don't have to isolate. That would be terrible.
I know I'm trying so hard. I haven't got it yet. I'm triple vaxxed and I'm going to Montana and I'm trying so hard. And I hope I'm going, man. And if I get it while I'm there, I'm only there for 5 days. Hopefully I get home before it hits and I'm safe back at home.
Yeah, that'd be
Mm.
that would be great. Yes. Yes.
Oh, she's not insured. No. No.
Oh no. Oh dear. That's
Mm-mm.
not a good look. Well, have we got any plans for the next few weeks?
Yeah, Warner, what's the plan?
Yeah, where are we going? We need an awesome place to go to. Everyone goes to awesome places except us.
Well, last night I went up by myself. Actually, Dale is in on his way or should might be there by now to Savannah, Georgia. He and his wife were driving and they're going with some friends and he was all, upset because I was going to do an investigation without him. I'm like, "Dude, you're going to Savannah, Georgia. I don't want to hear your crap. Like, I'm not going to Savannah. I'm just doing a little, house up here." So,
Yeah.
um anyway, I did a house last night without him, and the woman that's my friend is it's really sensitive empath, and she was very affected by all of the energy that was happening. And then
Wow.
it's her daughter's house, and we started in the daughter's bedroom where she was feeling. It's a very old house where she was feeling stuff and heard. She thinks it was an older woman, and had been knocking on the door. And so I turned on the devices and stuff. And basically, after the prayer and introducing, I called out and I asked if anybody wanted to talk to us. And the owl said no.
Oh,
I was like,
wow.
well, okay
Is
then.
this like a southern style homestead or?
No, it's in a subdivision, but it was probably, she wants to say, they can't find out a lot about it, but she wants to say like the 1920s is
Oh, okay.
probably. But
Yeah.
we moved to another bedroom and the woman talked to us there a little bit. And then when we went to the basement, it was off the charts in the basement. There was a little
Oh,
boy, 7 years old, little boy, wouldn't tell us his name, but it was B. And it starts with a
yeah.
B. He's 7. And he didn't like being down there when it would get dark. He wanted to go upstairs. And as soon as he kept saying he was crying. And as soon as we told him he could go upstairs, everything was good.
Oh, okay. Wow. That's exciting. In actual fact, we do have something coming up quite not coming up. Not in a hurry, but next year we are going back to the US. We are planning a trip, and I asked the cars because now that I've got a job and I'm working and I can afford to go.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I asked the cards, and I with Moira, I actually asked Moira, can you ask the cards if I'm, actually going to go, or is this a pipe dream?
Yeah.
And the cards confirmed that yes, we will be going, but there will be missed opportunities. So I don't know what those missed opportunities are, but we'll see what happens. I really, I heard that the Queen Mary will be up and running at the end of the year.
Okay.
And I'd really like to book the Queen Mary again.
Well, I hope that you come my way so that we can hook up and do something. That'll
Definitely coming your way. I want to go to Gettysburg. I want to. Where else do I want to go? I want to go back to Bobby McKay's.
Have you been there, Bobby Mackey's?
Yes.
Girl, okay, first of all, let me just address professional paranormal research. What is your name? What is your first name, if you will tell me? That way I don't have to keep saying professional paranormal research. That is really cool. I'll have to get on your channel and see how I can get in touch with you. We might want to do that. Thank you for that. Bobby Mackey's. I have been drunk off my ass at that place. I've ridden the mechanical bull more times than I want to say. I can't take it seriously.
Wow. I need to get drunk at Bobby McKay's and ride the mechanical bull. That's on my bucket list now. If Steffi can do it, I can do it.
Yeah, it's called really, really crappy tequila is what they have there, did have there.
No. Oh, dear, oh, dear. Well, we'll come and see you, professional paranormal research, and we get down and organize a tour.
Dustin, do you have a community or do you have a Facebook or any way I can get in touch with you? How can we get in touch with you, Dustin?
Yeah, and Justin, connect to Werner's Adventures, my partner, because he'll have to be on this as well, if you don't mind.
I feel compelled to draw a few cards about your trip to the US.
Oh, wouldn't that be lovely?
Yeah, I'm doing that right now.
Hello, Kanga. Hello, Terry. Hello, everyone in the chat. I have Bobby Mackey's video on my channel. Oh, Werner's got the Bobby Mackey video. Okay. See, I only took photos. I didn't take any video footage of my trips. I was like a photo person. Now I'm all video. So our next trip is going to be all video. And it's going to be all paranormal.
Okay, I'm pulling one more. I'm getting 3 cards for you. Don't talk about Deb anymore. She's back.
Oops.
Just kidding.
Oops.
Werner's going to be back. He's giving us the warning that he's coming back. Okie dokie. All right, I got 3 cards for you. Actually, I got 4 cards. All right. So 2 Scorpio cards. Interesting. Okay, so the cards I got for you, Miss Heather, this is about whether you are coming to the US and what's going to happen. The first card I got is Full Moon in Virgo, take inspired action. Take inspired action. So, yeah, you are, but you have to take the inspired action to do so.
Right. Does that mean I just actually have to get off my ass and book something?
Yes. Yeah, Heather, get on your
That's not so inspiring. That's just laziness.
Hey, Shandy. And then the next one says, New Moon in Sag, focus on the positive. Yeah. Don't whatever Moira saw, don't focus on that. Focus on the positive.
Ricey ho, yeah.
And then the next
she's already so much.
Do what?
She didn't really say much. She just said there'll be
Yeah,
missed opportunities, so don't worry about them. Worry about what I can do.
right. And then the next card I got was New Moon in Scorpio, go deeper.
Oh,
So maybe what I'm thinking is if there are missed opportunities, that's because you're going to get something even juicier.
even juicier. Fantastic. Well, I can tell you what now. I don't know if anybody knows the Paranormal Polynesian, Adam. We're getting together in Utah. We've already set up a GoFundMe for our bail.
I
We're
love it.
already planning to get arrested.
That's awesome. I have 3 people I can call on that have bail money for me at any given time
Oh,
in
that's
different
fantastic.
time zones. In different time zones.
Yes.
And the very last card is New Moon in Aquarius. Relax.
Mm-hmm.
So book it and relax.
Okay. Sounds promising. Sounds like it's going to be fun.
Yeah, 3 new moons. So
Yeah.
new moon's more about setting your intentions, and so set those intentions. Focus on the positive. You're going to have a lot of good times, and if there is a missed opportunity, then the what you got is going to be even better.
Yeah. Fantastic. Well, that's good to know. I'm so excited. Werner is too. I asked Werner if he likes New York, and he goes, "No, I don't like New York." And I goes, "Well, what do you like?" And he goes, "Oh, I like Somerset, where we were in Kentucky. That's
Yeah.
because he likes the country places. He likes country towns. He likes animals and things, and the big city doesn't excite him so much."
I'm with them because I don't like the big city. So if when you come see me, it is definitely country. He'll like it. And we've
Fantastic.
got some people that are close to Somerset on here, so that's good. And I'm
Well,
sure Wayside Wade would come and join us. I mean, we can put together a pretty good little get together.
absolutely. Sounds like fun.
Hmm.
So that's our inspired motivation is to
Hmm.
organise a catch up in Kentucky somewhere.
Yeah.
Because I've got some friends that I usually like to see in Indianapolis as well.
Hmm.
And their son usually comes to Waverly Hills with us.
Hmm.
Uh,
I haven't
yeah,
been to Waverly Hills, but you know me, I don't really usually do the big ones that you have to pay for,
yeah,
just
yeah. Well,
because I've
that's
got so much to, so many places here. But like, if you can, once you have your plans, if you can give us a timeline, I can get us into Elmhurst for sure. The
oh
Elmhurst
wow.
Mansion, Masonic Lodge room in it.
Oh, that would be fun.
That would be a good one, and it's a pretty big one, so we could have a few people come with us.
Yeah, fantastic. That would be awesome. How exciting is this? I better get my shit together and start making some phone calls, booking
Dustin
flights.
says he's 25 minutes from Waverly Hills, but he can't afford it.
Yeah.
Just
Actually, I don't like Waverly Hills much anymore. Our last trip there was quite boring. You couldn't use lights. Um, the people who were there, no, you couldn't use torches.
really, why?
Yes, I don't know. I can't remember, but it was actually quite boring. The group there were a lot more people booked into that group, and the people that were there weren't interested in ghost hunting. They spent most of their freaking time out on the balconies and stuff, smoking and carrying on like headless chooks. And I really didn't enjoy it. It had changed from the first time we went there back in 2014. That was
Mhm.
in 2018. It just really, really changed. It wasn't the same. We never got the tour. We didn't get the tour afterwards or beforehand. We got a small one, but not to the extent that we got in 2014.
I'd be
They put
really
on,
irritated if I paid good money and then didn't get what I wanted, or had a bunch of people, you know.
yeah, well, we didn't pay a lot. I think we paid just for the 6 hour overnight public tour. So it started at 12, it finished at 6.
Mm-hmm.
We had a fairly good tour at the beginning, and at the end, she brought us all together, and we went into one of the rooms and did the flashlight thing
Mm-hmm.
with someone. I can't remember who. I think it was a guard or something like that. He doesn't like people, doesn't like women.
Mm.
Yeah.
Okay.
We got nothing like that in 2018, so I was quite disappointed. I said to Werner, I don't think I'll ever go there again, but Werner does, so we'll see what happens.
Terry wants to know if you're coming to Los Angeles.
We usually fly into Los Angeles. I can't say that we've ever stayed there, but if we want to go to Long Beach, obviously, to get to the Queen Mary if we can. Oh, Werner's back.
Oh, stop talking about him.
Yeah. We've just got some exciting news. We're going to organise some huge paranormal investigations. Steph's just done a reading for us.
Oh, I forgot. He missed all that.
He missed it all. Yeah. The poor thing's at work. I'm surprised there's anything to do there because it's so wet and cold and miserable. I'm surprised anyone's leaving their house, actually.
Yeah.
Oh.
That's funny.
But anyway, so, yeah.
Dustin, I just subbed to your channel so that I can try to get a hold of you. Yeah, so that'll be fun. That'll be a lot of fun. I'm excited.
Will be. Yeah, we will try and stay in Los Angeles, but there's a lot of places we need to get to as
Terry
well.
said that you guys can book your stays together at the Queen Mary.
Oh, yeah, awesome. We'll let you know. We'll let you know, but also depend. What did he say? You who? You who?
You who what?
You spelled you who wrong. You who? You who? What was that you two? Oh dear, that's funny.
Absolutely. I'm going to go to his channel and look up the Bobby Mackey video for sure.
Absolutely, definitely check out the Bobby Mackey and the Waverly. He's got Waverly Hills there as well.
Okay.
And what else have you got there? Was that our only US stuff you've got up there? I can't remember, but anyway.
Very fun.
Yeah. Yeah, this time it's going to be all ghost hunting and
So what time of year are you thinking?
Sorry?
What time of year are you thinking?
Definitely July. We usually go end of July, August, so that we can get your summer months and I can skip winter over here because I hate being cold. I will never, ever, ever in your life step foot in a country during winter if it snows.
Okay.
I can do Florida, but that's about as far as I go.
I love snow. I mean, in short, if during our winter, I want it to snow. So we have a little bit of fun. So it's not just blah, you know what I mean?
Yeah, cold.
I can't do real hot though. My problem is because of my cancer and stuff, I can't get really hot. So when it gets too hot here, I have to stay inside, which sucks.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Ew, snow. He's just playing Queen Mary with Terry. Queen Mary with Terry.
Terry, oh, you're a poet and you didn't even know it. Good on you, Werner. I hope it does open. That would be amazing.
Yeah.
Because I looked over some of the stuff that I had at the Queen Mary and I can't put that up. Even if I had perfect editing skills, you can't make a silk purse out of a sow's ear. There's no way.
Right. Oh my gosh. That's funny.
Yeah, so I want to go to the Gettysburg. Definitely go to Gettysburg. I actually want to go. We were planning on going to the Winchester House. Because that's between Los Angeles and Long Beach.
Oh, that one, yeah.
Yes. I want to go there, and we were going to go there, but the day that we were leaving, it was closed. So we weren't very happy, and we just couldn't get back.
My best friend lives out in California, and all of the time I've spent out there, she's never taken me there. And she always says it. Oh, I've never taken you there. Like, yeah, no, you haven't.
Mm-hmm.
Get on it.
Yeah. Absolutely. It's like South Australians and Kangaroo Island. Oh, it's a lovely place. Got to take you there. We've never been, and we'll never go.
Yeah. There's the Winchester Mansion here. It's actually the General Ashel Stone Mansion, and they really call it the Stone Mansion. And so I thought when I first saw it, I'm like, it's not stone. Why do they call it the Stone Mansion? Because it's a General Stone. It's his name.
Oh.
In Winchester, Indiana. So when I heard the Winchester Mansion, I was thinking of the one out there in California. And I was like, what? I was getting everything confused. Yeah, it is, Terry. It's closer up. She lives in Salinas, so close to Monterey. So it is closer up there.
Yeah. Werner's just invited Debbie to come with us.
Hey, we like Debbie. Bring her. Are you okay?
Yes, I'm fine. I'm fine. Yes, I'm not choking or dying or anything like that. Oh dear, oh dear. This is fun.
Yeah, it is fun. So yeah, Debbie, she's gonna come back, but we'll plan her trip for her while she's gone.
Absolutely, yes. We'll do all your booking for you, you know. Pay us back later.
Oh my goodness. Yeah. It's so how long are you planning on staying?
Well, we usually do the 4.5 to 6.5. I think last time it was closer to 8 weeks.
Wow.
We were in the US.
Uh-huh.
I think 6 weeks for me is long enough. I get very homesick and
Yeah.
you know, living out of suitcases and being in one city 1 minute and another city the next.
Yeah.
Drove me insane. So I think 6 weeks is perfect.
Uh-huh. Yeah. I have a good friend that lives over in Belgium, and I met her at a dude ranch in Wyoming for my 50th birthday. And
Yeah.
she just finished doing her breast cancer treatments, and we hit it off, of course. And so then she's into horses, and she's got horses over in Belgium. And she ended up, that was in September of 2019. She came and stayed with me in January of 2020 for like 10 days. Right. I mean, she got home right before everything started to shut down. In fact, they thought there was an Asian woman on her flight that got sick, and they thought that like she had COVID and stuff. But I want to go over there and see her in Belgium, and she's got all these like really old, buildings and castles and stuff she wants to take me to. But I looked at flights before airfare went up. Wow. Yeah, that's a little expensive.
Is it? Yeah. How much was it to go to Belgium?
I want to say it was a couple grand.
Really? Oh.
I think so. So
Wow.
so the point would be, if I was going to do that, I'd want to stay over there, more than a week. But I'm the only one at my house. I can't leave my house that long. I can't leave my dog that long. So it's justifying, spending the money to go over there for the short amount of time that I could actually do it.
Yeah, well, that's what I figured, because if you, I mean, our last ticket only cost us $950 return, which was very, very reasonable, because it's normally about $1,200. And if I'm going over there, I want to spend as much time as I possibly can over there. And you literally, by the time when we leave Adelaide to the time we get to our final destination, because in Australia we have to do a stopover, and in America we have to do a stopover usually, and it's like a whole day traveling. It's literally 24 hours traveling time from the minute you leave to the minute you get to your hotel room or wherever you're staying.
Right.
And it's a long trip, and it's not one you want to do in a hurry.
Right. Exactly. Yeah. Yeah, I understand. Yeah, because I'm going to Montana on the 16th, and it'll take, I think it's like 8.5 hours, almost 9 hours from here to Montana, from point A to point B.
Wow.
Yeah, because I forget, I think I'm going through Minnesota, I think. I might be going through Salt Lake. I think I'm going through Salt Lake, but coming back through Minnesota or something crazy like that.
Oh, okay. Don't go through Denver.
No.
We got stuck at Denver. Without our lucky.
It's a big airport.
Yes.
Yeah. At least they got a lot of stuff to do there if you're going to get stuck,
Well, yeah, we didn't know that at the time, but all our luggage was in Kentucky, and we were in Denver.
Shit.
We had nothing.
God.
Fortunately, the hotel like concierge, they had like little like packs, beauty packs, like personal items you could just grab and use, like shampoos and all that sort of thing, toothpaste and all that sort of thing, for travelers. So at least that was something.
Yeah.
But yeah, we were in our friggin' same clothes for like a couple of days, and it was a bit, ugh.
I know. Well,
Never mind.
things. Yeah, they're saying I'm kind of nervous because they're saying that there's so much. Debbie's back. Stop talking about her again.
Yeah,
We planned your whole trip, Debbie. You're good. There's so much chaos with travel right now, and I'm like, okay, it's gonna be fine. It's gonna be fine. So hopefully, because this is my bucket list, and it's really expensive, so it's not like I can really, change a lot with
no,
it. And I'm only going for 5 days because that's all I can afford. So
yeah,
as far as the Airbnb is ridiculous where we're going.
yeah, no, no, it's not good at all.
No. So
Sometimes, do you know what accommodation? I don't know what it's like over there, but I think it's is it the Marriott chain of hotels? Is it Marriott chain of hotels? They are cheap and they are good. They
Marriott. Yeah, I'm a Marriott girl.
Marriott, yes.
Yeah.
They look five-class hotels, but they are as cheap as you'll ever get, I
Well, and
think.
they just started doing, I just got an email because I've got a lot of points with them.
Oh,
And I'm a Delta girl, Werner. Shh. Um, he said that you won't fly Delta.
no.
But Marriott just started doing com, combat Airbnbs,
Mm.
compete with them. They're doing like houses and stuff. So you can now book a house with them. And I didn't look into it, but I don't know how that, but I didn't even think about that. How are hotels competing with Airbnbs? Because, Airbnbs can tend to be a lot cheaper and nicer.
Yeah.
Hey, bye,
Yes.
Debbie. So yeah, I don't know how they're doing that, but I got an email about it. So that's kind of different.
Well, that would be interesting. I don't know if I'd like an Airbnb. Um, if I knew the place a bit better, like an Airbnb in Australia for me is okay, but in another country, I'd prefer to have someone close at hand that can help me if I need it.
Well, if you end up staying near me at all, the Cedar Grove Tavern that we did, the one that you liked so much,
Yes,
it's only $70 for the night.
Cedar Grove Tavern, 70. That's actually quite cheap.
Yeah.
Did you
And
hear
so
that, Bernie? And we
was
can investigate. Oh,
right,
sorry.
right. So you get the investigation and some place to stay, and it's really nice. And there's a bar downstairs. So, you got the bar and your food, and they're not expensive for $70.
Oh, that's good.
Yep.
Is that like per person or just for the room?
And that's for the room.
For the room. So there you go, Werner. That's $35 each a night. We could stay there a week.
She's got people that are actually staying there, like as a extended stay type thing. Like one lady was moving here and they had issues finishing her house, so she's been staying there. And like some other people were, yeah, exactly, trifecta. Some other guys were staying there because they were working in town and it was cheaper than a hotel.
Wow.
Mhm.
There you go. Well, that's it. We're booking there first.
Yep. But when we go, so we're going to Salem in September, and there's 12 girls going for,
Oh,
I think, 5 nights, and we're staying in an Airbnb that fits 12 people, and it's only $200 a person for the entire week.
wow. That's fantastic. Absolutely amazing. And that's the good thing about like knowing people now, because I've got Steph and I've got the Paranormal Polynesian and Joe and all the others, that I don't have to spend a lot of time researching the places to visit.
Right.
It's all done for me.
Right.
I save time that way.
Yeah.
Um, I imagine Amy and Jared, I'd love them to bits. They probably spent a lot of time doing unnecessary research,
Yeah. Yep.
just going by themselves, and I don't want to do that.
Yeah. Well, if you go to Gettysburg, I'm sure that Joe will probably want to hook up with you there for
Oh,
sure.
absolutely. Yes, we've already discussed that.
Yeah.
Yep.
And I mean, I may even be interested in coming with you guys.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, because I haven't been there. That's on my bucket list too.
Yeah. Yeah. And yeah, so it's all happening. I think I want to go to Florida, visit my friend. She lives on the PGA golf course.
Nice.
Mhm.
Nice. Well, Kitty that's on my channel a lot, she lives in Florida. So
Does she?
she's in Maine in the summer and in Florida in the cold. So she does the same thing. She doesn't like the cold either. So
Yeah, so she moves. Yeah, my friend was like that. She had Cape Cod during winter, no, during summer, and Florida during winter.
yeah.
Mhm.
Awesome. Well, when is your video going to release on the school?
Okay, well, I am working on that now. I've nearly done the content as a whole. I just have to add a little bit of voiceover stuff. Hopefully we start doing that next Saturday.
Okay.
Next Saturday will be part 1. And
Excellent.
I'm really, really looking forward to that.
Excellent. Awesome.
And if not, I've got another Heather Reacts video to go in case it doesn't work that way. I don't know. Has anybody seen the Heather Reacts video? I'd like to know what you think.
I have not yet. I was going to watch that when we get off here.
Oh, okay. Yeah. The last one was with Sandra Pink. Obviously, the first one was with Our Paranormal World. I've done a couple now, and I've got a third in mind.
I think I watched the one on Our Paranormal.
Yes.
Yeah, I did watch that one. Yeah.
Yeah, you watched that one.
Mhm.
And I've got a third one ready to go, and I'm just like trying to get people's reactions. If it works, I'm going to keep it going. If not, because it's really good. You don't have to do much. Just sit there and watch a video and react to it, and you don't even have to edit it.
Right. Yeah.
It's up and done in however long your video goes for, 15 minutes. Put it onto your editing profile and upload it, and you've got a video.
Excellent. Well, I have the Connorsville City Cemetery dollhouse grave marker tomorrow morning. So,
oh yes, awesome.
Yep. We did not get to talk to the little girl, but we talked to her father that built the.
Okay.
We came through. So,
is that ready to go?
Yeah.
Is that the airing all set up?
Yeah. So it'll be tomorrow morning at 9 my time in the morning. I'll publicize that one. Yeah.
Okay, well, I'll share that around.
Thank you. That's the one where he told me I was confused in this part of it. Yeah. I was told I was confused by him. Another one told me I was boring. And then the last one told me I was crazy. So
crazy, yes. And, take a little from column A, B, and C. And they're partly right.
Yep.
No, only teasing.
So yeah, so it'll be fun. All right. Well, we've been on here an hour, so
wow.
Yeah, time went fast.
Gone really quickly. I could sit here and talk to you all day, but we've all got things to do.
Yeah, you got to get your day started. I got to wind mine down.
Seems weird, doesn't it?
Well, thanks everybody for coming in, and thanks Heather for telling us yours and Warner's story and talking about coming in for next year. I'm excited. That'll be fun.
Yes.
Yeah, we'll take you might definitely need some bail money. I can see it happening. All right, guys. Well, thank you so much, and stay tuned to both channels and everybody that's in the chat, to everybody's channels. Thanks, Wayside Wade.
Bye, everyone.
Stay